The National Museum of the American Indian, part of the Smithsonian Institution, has become a point of focus in President Donald Trump's broader effort to review and reshape museum content across the National Mall. The White House has identified the museum as one of 8 Smithsonian sites slated for review, citing concerns that exhibits promote divisive or partisan narratives rather than celebrating American exceptionalism. Trump has criticized the museum system as woke and out of control, claiming it emphasizes negative aspects of U.S. history, including slavery and the treatment of marginalized groups. A letter from the administration outlined its goal of restoring confidence in cultural institutions while removing content deemed politically charged. The museum opened in 2004 after the federal government acquired a former private New York City collection through legislation signed by President George H.W. Bush in 1989. The Smithsonian continues to manage the original New York facility. Located in a circular building on the National Mall, the museum welcomes visitors with a serene water feature and a spiraled atrium that allows natural light to flood the space. Ground floors display tribal flags from sovereign native nations across the United States and internationally, while exhibits on the upper levels explore complex historical narratives. Prominent among these is Nation to Nation, Treaties Between the United States and American Indian Nations, which examines agreements often broken or coerced by the U.S. government. It highlights the differing perspectives of settlers and native tribes regarding land ownership and the promises made and broken in formal agreements. The Potawatomi Nation, for example, initially secured rights to remain in their homelands in the upper Midwest but were later forced to march over 600 miles to Kansas, with more than 40 lives lost. The exhibit conveys both the legal and human dimensions of these treaties, demonstrating the hardships Native Americans endured while negotiating with a growing United States. Another key exhibit, Americans, focuses on representations of Native Americans in popular culture, including mascots, advertisements, and media portrayals. It addresses historical events such as the Trail of Tears and the Battle of Little Bighorn, while also correcting myths, like the fictionalized romance of Pocahontas and John Smith, clarifying historical inaccuracies. Museumgoers interviewed by USA Today generally praised the museum for presenting history in a balanced, factual manner. Visitors noted that while exhibits cover difficult topics, they allow individuals to draw their own conclusions. Margot Nadeau and Joe Lanassa, visiting from Syracuse, emphasized the importance of presenting challenging historical truths regardless of political leanings, warning against political interference. Leor DeHaan and Jack Myers from Boston echoed this sentiment, noting that the museum communicates Eve.